sometimes they just like to sit by the pool. And just look at Susie's makeup case and her super trendy wardrobe.
You're pinching it, eh?
I was only looking.
Don't give me that.
I didn't. I was only looking.
And I say you were going to pinch it. I reckon you might think twice now.
You're late.
Not very.
Yes, you are. It's nearly 5 o'clock. Oh, Chris, what have you been doing? You know what Dad said. One more fight.
Lay off, will you? It wasn't my fault.
Don't use that. Get germs in it.
It was Jerry Stevens. He said I was going to take his bride.
Rotten bully. Even Narelle says he's a bully and she's his sister.
Dad'll kill me.
Come into the bathroom and we'll clean it up so Dad won't know.
What happened to you?
Ouch, it's hurting.
Sorry, Jerry Stevens got this new bike.
Yeah, I know. He bought it with money from his paper in. So what?
Not that stuff, it'll make it show up more.
Well, you've got to have something on it.
So what happened?
He said I was going to steal it.
Were you?
No.
Of course he wasn't. He was just admiring.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I'd better fix that then.
Rich, wait a minute. There. Don't leave it alone. Where are you going?
To find him, of course.
Jerry?
Yeah, who else?
No, Rich, please.
You can't.
Well, look, do you just want him to do it again, do you? He thinks he can get away with anything, that kid.
Please, just wait till Dad gets home. If we explain it all, he might ever talk to Mr. Stevens.
He never has before. He never takes our side, ever.
I wish you wouldn't go. What if he comes home before you're back?
Look, just ignore him. He'll be half tanked as usual, and he's probably in the pub right now. And you better change your shirt, because if he sees that, he'll be really mad.
Why couldn't he just forget it?
Because, well, there's things you just shouldn't forget. You can't let people walk all over you. It's pride, see? We're a family.
Dad ought to do things like that.
Yeah, like Rich said, he's probably in the pub. Oh, no! Damn it, damn it, damn it!
that rotten little creep went and done. Docked me half a day's pay. I was back an hour before lunchtime.
You sure you explained the situation?
Explain? Well, I was blue in the face.
Maybe you should talk to the welfare. Get the kids looked after, you know.
Nah, I couldn't do that. Not that I get any gratitude, mind you. When I think of all I've done for them 3 kids.
It's all the same these days, kids are. No gratitude, no respect.
Yeah. Get it too easy. Look, I better be going. Trish will have the tea on.
Is he really worse than you?
He's got a split lip as well.
Jeez!
It's all very brave and everything, but it won't make Dad any happier.
Oh, I bet you he got into plenty of fights when he was a kid.
Yeah, I know, but grown-ups forget.
What about the tea? Can we do anything about it?
Baked beans on toast.
I hate baked beans.
If it wasn't for kids like yours, they'd all be working.
What did you say?
The lifts. I said it's kids like yours that reckon.
What rubbish. There's no maintenance, that's the trouble. How could kids wreck a lift?
Oh, I wouldn't put anything past your lot.
Now listen to me, you old cow. Don't you talk like that about my kids.
I see more of them than you do, Mr. Lewis. You're always down at the pub.
I don't have to listen to this.
You'd be doing yourself a good turn if you did. If you'd seen that son of yours this afternoon.
What do you mean?
Disgrace, I call it, trying to steal another boy's bike. I heard all about it down at the laundromat. Oh, well, like father, like son, that's what I say.
Is that right, Mrs. Cullen?
Turn that thing down, Chris.
Plenty of killings on this case, huh, Gail?
Where is he?
Who?
My #1 son, that's who. Where is he?
I think he's doing his homework.
Get out in the other room. I want to talk to you. A lot of yous.
I said
What'd you say?
nothing.
Nothing, eh? I've got plenty to say to you, my boy. Stand up! Where'd you get the fat lip?
Ran into a post.
You know, they told me you're intelligent at school. They told me you're pretty bright.
How could they? You never went to the parent-teacher interviews.
Well, how could I? I was doing shift work then, wasn't I? They told me, you see, last year. Well, I shouldn't have listened to them, should I? I should have sent you to tech where you could learn something useful instead of the rubbish you learned at high school. What do they learn you there, eh? How to steal bicycles, is that it?
No.
Oh, don't give me that. It's all over the block, Mrs. Barker told me.
Well, she's wrong, isn't she?
Oh, is she now?
Yes, she is. And you're always saying she's an old gossip anyway, so why do you believe her instead of us?
How'd you get the thick lip?
I told you.
No, don't!
What's happened to you? Huh? Come here, come here, for the light. Caught you both at it, did he?
No one caught him at anything. Chris was just looking at the bike, that's all, just looking at it. And Jerry Stevens bashed him up.
So I beat Jerry up.
You may as well hear it all. There's nothing to eat either. Chris was hurt and I was trying to help him. I burnt the dinner and I had to throw it out.
Well, I wondered what the stink was. No, don't worry about it, Trish. It's all right. No, it's all right. I made of money, aren't I? Just throw the food out and we'll get some more. Who cares? And why should I care? Nobody else does. I slaved my guts out for what? No, I've tried to do the right thing since your mother walked out. Do I ever get any gratitude? No. Punch-ups all over the place. Garbage bin full of burnt food and my kids the talk of the whole block. Everybody talking about those Lewis brats. You know, I'm beginning to think they might be right. I'm starting to agree with them. Enough's enough. I'm going to the pub.
That's your answer to everything, isn't it? That's why there's no money around here.
Rich, don't.
Why not? It's the truth, isn't it? One hassle and you're off to the pub.
You know why? Because they don't allow snotty-nosed brats in there.
Oh, I hate him.
I hope you left enough milk for Dad's cup of tea.
Yeah, there's nothing for lunch, though.
I know. You'll have to go and ask Dad for some money to buy it.
I'm never hungry at lunchtime, anyway.
All right, then. I'll ask.
Anyone moves, we all go up.
Hang off! Turn it off! I said I'll put me belt on.
Dad?
What is it now?
We need some money for lunch.
Why? What's wrong with the sandwich?
There's no bread.
Well, whose fault's that? You should have got some yesterday.
Yeah, but I did. We ate it all for tea last night.
How much?
Well, rolls are 28 cents.
I don't know. Never ends, does it?
Rich,
Yeah?
come away this morning?
You worried about Jerry?
No, of course not.
Well, all right then, if you hurry, because I've got to go. I'm nearly ready. It's nearly 8:30.
Good. Who cares? So what?
Well, you'll be late for work.
Good.
Have you got a hangover?
No. I've got a headache, so I've been awake all night worrying about you children.
Well, we're going to school anyway, and if you don't get a move on, you'll miss the tram.
Chris! Coming. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
I warned you, didn't I? Twice in the last week. What do you think this is, a ruddy holiday camp? You come and go as you please, turn up when you like, if you like, and I'm still supposed to pay you.
I'm sorry. To get the kids off to school, I got clothes to fix and lunches to pack.
Oh, come on, plenty of other blokes in the same boat. So you get up a bit earlier, don't you? I had a gut full of your excuses, Lewis, and that's it. You're fired.
Early in the day for you?
Got a few problems.
Maybe you should talk to the welfare. Get the kids looked after, you know.
I know you won't think much of me for doing this, but then I sometimes reckon you don't think much of me anyway. But believe me, it isn't an easy thing. The fact is, I lost my job this morning. Not enough orders to keep us busy, the boss said. And of course, it's always the last to come, first to go. Just my luck, eh? Well, I don't see how I can manage any longer. I've tried to give you a good home, three of you, ever since your mother walked out. And now you'll think I'm doing the same thing. But it's different, see? I only want what's best for you. I want you to believe that. And I reckon you'll be better off. I mean, it's not like the old days. The welfare have a real nice place for kids now, and you'll be well looked after. You just ask Mrs. Suter next door to ring the social worker. Now, I hope you don't think I'm letting you down. I wish I could see another way out of this, but I can't. I'll be in touch with you when I'm settled. Love, Dad. P.S. buy yourself some fish and chips for tea.
It's been a while, eh?
Yeah, you want a hand with your fruit?
You like carrying fruit? Then I'm mad to say no.
I hate baked beans. Could have brought something home.
He might still. He mightn't realise how late it is if he's at the pub.
Maybe he's had an accident.
I bet you any money he's just at the pub.
Look, I've got something to tell you. Dad's not coming home. Not at all. Not ever.
And then he's dead?
No, of course not.
Well, what then?
He shot through, just like Mum did. He left a note.
Don't believe you.
What does it say?
He lost his job.
Yeah, I bet he was fired.
You've got to get Mrs. Suter to him, the social worker. I bet you've already done that, have you? I hate him, I hate him.
Listen, we're not going to Mrs. Suter or anyone. What do you know what'll happen? We'll be made wards of the state.
What?
Means the government looks after you.
We'll be taken into care, put into homes, and split up most likely. Look, don't cry, it's all right. I've been thinking, see, Dad was hardly ever here anyway, and not much use when he was. So, really, we've been looking after ourselves for years, haven't we? So, we'll just go right on doing it.
How can we? What do we tell people?
Tell him he's sick or something.
What about money?
I'll get a job after school. We'll collect bottles, we'll sell things. We'll manage.
I don't think we could.
Why not? It's better than going to a home, isn't it?
Stupid. There's a rent for starters. How can we ever pay that?
I told you, I'll get a job.
What sort of job?
A paper round.
You said you asked a few weeks ago and there was none going.
Yeah, well, I'll get Jerry's.
Geez, it'd be ace if you could.
I will, even if I have to blow up his bike.
I'll be in that.
Right, but we can do it. I know we can. I don't say it'll be easy, but we can do it, especially the rent. We'll show Mrs. Barker and Dad and the lot of them.
I don't know. We might, I suppose.
Good, it's settled then.
There's no harm in trying.
Rightio, let's try it.
You all promise that you won't tell anybody?
It's a bit sort of scary, isn't it?
Scary? It'll be fantastic. We can do whatever we like, so long as it's sensible.
Good, then I'm not eating those baked beans.
Yes, you are. We can't afford to waste anything. We'll probably be living on cornflakes by the end of the week. But who cares?
Not me.
Me neither, as long as it's not beans.
Chris, come on. Time to get up.
Tired.
Look, I told you to go to bed earlier.
Trish. All right, I'm up. You don't have to yell.
Cleaned your shoes.
Thanks.
You should have done them yourself.
Never used to do them at all. Hardly ever.
Well, we're going to now. And anyway, it makes them last longer. And you're going to bed earlier.
That's not fair. You can't give all the orders.
I think we should all have a say. Decide on things together. That's democracy.
Look, if he starts falling asleep in class, they'll send notes home or something. And if they don't get an answer, there'll be trouble.
They don't worry about things like that.
Yes, they do. We'll have a social worker sticking her nose in. We've got to be really careful. We've got to make sure no one knows that we're by ourselves. We've got to make it look as though there's a grown-up. And the only way to do that is to be grown up. We've got to keep our hair nice and clothes and things, and we've got to keep the flat tidy and not let it get like a pigsty. And the only way to do that is to have self-discipline. That's what it's called.
It's pretty hard, that's all I can say.
Yeah, it is. But if I get too bossy and Trish thinks so as well, you can tell me off, okay?
Okay, better watch it.
There's nothing for tea.
There's stuff in the cupboard.
Nothing that Chris likes.
All right, I'll eat beans.
No, you don't have to.
I will.
How much is left?
$6.42.
Is that all?
Well, there was chips and fish fingers yesterday and bread and milk.
How much were the fish fingers?
$1.12.
Yeah, that's off the menu.
Well, we've got to eat something.
Yeah, something cheap.
But you said we had to eat properly. Protein, you said. Well, fish is protein.
Yeah, look, I wasn't criticising. I was just worrying about the rent. I'll have Jerry's paper round by the end of the week anyway.
Oh, sure, she's just going to give it to you, is
No, he won't. But I'll just get it all the same. I've worked out a plan and it just can't fail.
What do you mean it came off? It broke, did it?
Snapped, yeah. I only got as far as Jordan Street.
Oh, I don't know. You can't finish on foot down, things are too heavy. Suppose I'll have to pay Ronnie for a double round. Oh, well, never mind, these things happen. Get it fixed for tomorrow, can you?
Sure, Mr. Thompson. No worries.
I reckon you ought to take the darn thing back. What's going to happen tomorrow? Handlebars will drop off, I suppose.
It'll be all right tomorrow, Mr. Thompson.
That's what you said yesterday. You'll have to finish on foot tonight. Ronnie's gone. Suppose I've had half of them on the phone saying we missed him. Now, don't want any more accidents, son, otherwise I'll have to think of a replacement. The phone hasn't stopped ringing. On the roof, Mrs. Kelly says it was. The Andropolis kid had to climb the tree for theirs. Fell and sprained his ankle. He'd probably sue me.
I put them in the boxes. Honest, I did.
Ah, come on, son. I wasn't born yesterday. One might blow away, 2 papers maybe. But not 30. Or maybe there was a cyclone and I missed it.
I put them in the boxes.
Like hell you did. Now that's it. I've got a business to run here. Plenty of kids round here want paper rounds.
Look, you lousy old so-and-so. I put every one of those papers in the right place. You can't fire me. I'll get my dad round here.
You, get out of my shop. Right now, do you hear? Go on, out! I don't know. I was thinking of putting a girl on. More reliable sometimes, girls are.
Oh, I could do with the job, Mr. Thompson, and I'll do it properly.
Well, we got a bike?
Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't look good, but it's very reliable.
Okay, son, I'll give you a try. Come round tomorrow after school.
Thanks awfully, Mr. Thompson. You won't regret it. Thursday.
How much is it?
$24.76.
You know they send someone around if it's late.
Yeah, I know.
What are we going to do?
Well, we'll have to find another job, but we'll manage.
Chris doesn't understand.
Well, you can't expect him to. He's still only a kid.
I wish I could help. Hey, maybe I could do some babysitting after school. I'll ask around.
Okay, you might as well.
Reliable? That's a joke. You need a babysitter yourself. Someone to keep you out of mischief.
I don't care what you think, Mrs. Barker. I'm good with little kids.
So, you have the paper round at last, eh?
Yeah.
But still, you want another job?
Oh, I was just wondering if you knew of anything.
Tell me, all this work, when you study, eh?
Oh, I can fit it in. You see, Dad lost his job again, and I thought I could help out a bit.
It's bad luck.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you work for me Saturday mornings, eh?
Oh, no, nothing like that, Silvio. You don't need anybody here.
Well, not before, but now with Conchetta out here, she should rest more. The doctor says so. If you like, you come Saturday mornings. I give you a couple of dollars, and the rest in fruit and veggies. That way helps us both, eh? What do you say?
Good. I start tomorrow. I got the job. He can't afford much money, but we'll get fruit and vegetables too. It'll be a great help.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Lots of people live on stuff like that. Vegetarians do, and it's supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah, I know. Susan Allen's family are all vegetarians.
I don't like vegetables much.
Oh, but we'll get fruit too.
Well, there you are, son. Keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Thompson. No worries.
Fell off the back of a truck, did it?
Oh, no, it's me dad's.
Are you 14 yet?
Yeah.
You've got to be 14 before you can pawn things, you know.
Yeah, I was 14 last month.
Mm.
It's a good one. It's got FM.
Yeah, they all got FM these days. You can pick one up in Coles for a couple of dollars. Oh, well, all right, I'll give you $5. Take it or leave it.
Oh, all right then.
Got to catch them, do you think they will?
Yeah, of course they will. They always catch the baddies in the end.
Come on, faster, faster. They're getting away.
Seems okay.
It's only black and white, but it really goes well.
So why sell it?
We have to. My dad lost his job.
Shouldn't he be home then?
Oh, he's gone for an interview.
Hope he gets something.
There.
Well, I'll give you $40.
No.
Well, it's only black and white, as you say. And it's fairly old. Could do a picture tube next week.
Well, Dad said it's got to be cash.
Righto, $40 cash.
All right, we'll take it.
Just in time, eh, son?
Yeah, my dad's sick.
Yeah, what name?
Lewis Stanley John.
185.
Yeah.
$24.76.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I didn't know if anyone would buy it, but I had to try. I couldn't think of anything else to do. They send someone round if you don't pay the rent. I'm sorry.
It's a stupid idea. The whole thing should have gone to Mrs. Suter like Dad said to.
You said you got an advance.
But I was going to ask one if I didn't sell it. You know, but we've got enough money for next week as well. That's something, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Chris, listen.
No, I'm always having to listen to you and do it. You say, you listen. I wish Dad was back. He wasn't all that bad. Wouldn't have got rid of the telly.
Well, I had to.
It's my birthday tomorrow, and I even put a circle around the calendar. But no one's noticed. Dad would have remembered that.
Well, he didn't last year. I'm sorry, Chris. Really, I am. I'll make it up to you somehow.
You can't. There's no money for anything.
Well, maybe not for presents. Well, not yet anyway. But we'll do something.
It's okay. Rich? It's all right. I know you had to sell the telly.
Thanks, mate. That's fantastic, Conchetta. I didn't mean you to make anything that good. I just meant a cake.
Oh, it's no trouble. I like to make cake.
Gee, thanks a lot.
So long as Chris is pleased.
Oh, he'll be rapt. He's never had a cake like that before.
Chris, come on.
What's in there?
We've got a surprise for you.
What's in there?
Just wait till we're all together.
Trish, I'm in the kitchen.
Get a load of this. Conchetta made it.
Gee!
I made one too. It's not very good.
Yes, it is. Really, it is. I mean, but Conchetta's had more practice, that's all.
It's beaut, Trish.
No, it's not. It's dumb.
It isn't. And what's wrong with two cakes? Make a change from a fruit and cornflakes, won't it?
Yeah, but we'll take Conchetta's cake though. Mine'll keep.
Take it where?
Well, that's part of the surprise.
See, we know you haven't had much of a birthday.
And there was a bit of money left over from the TV, so we thought you might want to go to McDonald's.
For tea, that is, if you would.
McDonald's? You bet! And I think we should take Trish's cake. Because then it's part of the family, see? I hope you don't mind, Rich.
Nah, it's a good idea, I reckon. Choosy, choose, chooses. Always say cheese, please. When there's choosy, cheese in the cheeseburgers at McDonald's. Very good. There you go. Call again. I just saved ourselves 90 cents by doing that choosy, cheese, chooses thing.
Oh, that's grouse.
Not bad, huh? Oh, I almost forgot. It's nothing much, but I thought I'd give it to you anyway.
But it's a knife. You never even let me touch it before.
I reckon you're old enough to use one properly.
You mean it's mine?
Happy birthday, Squirt.
Who needs a silly old television anyway?
Morning, Richard.
Morning, sir.
Or is it afternoon? You're late again.
Sorry, sir.
So am I. I suppose you do have a reason. Or was it simply an act of God? You overslept.
I had to pay the rent.
I sometimes wonder how many of the parents around here appreciate the value of a good education. Was there no one else available to pay the rent?
Oh, my father's still sick, sir.
I see. You've a lot of responsibilities for a boy your age, haven't you?
Well, I'm the eldest.
It's a pity. It's starting to affect your work.
I'm doing my best.
Yes, Richard, I suppose you are. But see if you can't get here on time, will you? Or your best may not be good enough.
I'll try, sir.
Your father, he's improving, I hope?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Tell me when he's recovered, will you? I'd like to have a word with him. You've got a good brain. We must all make an effort to see that it's used. And just one other thing. A haircut might be a good idea, don't you think?
He can't make you get a haircut.
Oh, yeah, but he'll never let up if I don't. And that'll just give him another reason to pick on me. And don't forget, he still wants to see Dad.
Yeah, but I've never done it before.
Well, just cut it off the edges.
What if I muck it up?
Look, you won't. Now, just cut it.
Okay, your funeral. Hey, if I really mess it up, I can shave it all off and pretend you're Telly Savalas.
Oh, don't be stupid and just get on with it, will you?
Why don't we ask Mrs. Pacelli to cut it?
No, you can't go running off to Silvio's every time there's a hassle. Trish, please.
It looks like the dog chewed it.
Yeah, well, we haven't got a dog, have we?
Yeah, Trish needs a bit of practice, that's all. And you'll get yours done on Saturday.
Like hell she can.
Chris, don't speak like that.
Stop picking on me.
Look, cut it out, both of you, okay?
I'm sick of vegetables.
Yeah, well, we all are, aren't we? If you don't eat them, you can just go hungry.
Still hungry anyway.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of Mrs. Pacelli's cake left over. We can have that if you want.
You can't just go on eating junk foods all your life. You've got to eat something that's good for you.
Yeah. Oh, no, the cream must have gone off.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We ate most of it. Morning, Silvio.
Ah, nice and... So, you run over lawnmower, eh?
Oh, I know it looks awful. Trish cut it. But you did her best.
Conchetta did mine once, but disaster. Not to worry, it will soon grow. What are they doing, those two, today? Trish and Chris.
They're going to the races.
Oh, I see. You come into a fortune, huh? So much money you can throw it away on the horses.
Nah, they collect the bottles. You know, the ones with the deposit on them.
Ah, good idea. A bit of pocket money.
Yeah.
It's not so easy with just the unemployment benefits.
Oh, yeah, but we manage.
Sure you do. And like the hair, it'll soon get better, huh?
Yeah.
Here, have a banana. Keep your strength up.
Thanks.
Hey, you forget breakfast.
There we go. That's forward and he goes into the stall now. The track is being cleared for the running of the early start.
I wouldn't mind being jockey when I grow up.
You'd be hopeless. They have to get up real early in the morning and they hardly eat anything.
Oh, well, I'm getting a lot of practice, aren't I? Is it hurting again?
Yep.
Want to go home?
Oh, all right, can't.
Oh, look. Belongs to you, does it, mister?
No, I reckon it's yours, mate. Mine is keepers.
God.
We got $2.10. That's $4.10 altogether. Rich will be pleased.
I was thinking, do we have anything for tea?
I was going to make the soup, remember?
Could we afford something? I mean, not that expensive, but seeing I found $2, that is.
Yeah, I don't really feel like making soup. Hi.
Oh, g'day.
Guess what I found? $2. Was lying straight in front of me, right on the ground.
That's fantastic. What's in the box?
Well, when Chris found the money, see, we thought we could afford, something a bit special. So we brought it.
We got a pizza. It's your favourite, you know, with all the salami and that. I reckon we should have it right now.
What's the matter?
How much did it cost?
Oh, it was only $1.75.
Oh, only $1.75.
Well, we've got to eat something, Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I found the money. Wasn't like we took it out of the jar or anything.
Tea's in the oven. Conchetta made us a big lasagna.
Yeah, well, how are we supposed to know?
Well, you should have thought. You knew we got fruit and stuff on Saturdays. It was just a waste of money. You two, you just don't seem to understand. The rent's the only thing that matters, and it's got to come first. I probably will have to sell the fridge by the end of the week. And that's not going to help either, Trish.
I'm not crying about that.
Geez, I hate you sometimes. Even if you did give me your knife, you've had an earache all day.
Oh, well, how was I supposed to know? I'm not a mind reader, am I? And that's all we need. Somebody getting sick. I'm sorry, really am. It's a beaut pizza.
It's my fault. It always is.
No, it's not. I didn't mean to get so angry. You know, it's just one of those things. Just like the 2 birthday cakes. The lasagna will keep. Might even get better. Hey, if we keep on eating this stuff, maybe we'll start to talk Italian.
Hey, my son, there's a couple of bucks extra. You know, you've been quite a help with the sorting and everything.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Thompson.
People do the right thing by me, I do the right thing by them.
And I was wondering whether when Robert finishes his round next week, whether I could have his round as well.
Well, I don't know. Boy your age, son, I don't think it'll be a very good idea. I mean, you've got your schooling, your homework, your sports, or heaven knows what. No, all work and no play. But I'll tell you what, the morning round pays a bit extra because there are more drops. I could swap you over if that'll help.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot. Much more room now, isn't there?
Won't be able to have any more ice cream.
Oh, well, we couldn't afford it before anyway. At least now it doesn't remind us.
Things won't keep as well, but I suppose we'll manage.
Oh, it'll be winter soon.
Rich, what are we going to do when there's nothing to sell?
Oh, I'll do something. I'll get another job. Then we'll manage. And another thing, Mooper's coming up soon. We'll be able to make a fortune on bottles if we all work hard.
Yeah, and the footy's starting. You can get some there.
I wish we were rich, like Susan Allen's family.
Ellen's family aren't that rich.
They've got their own house, haven't they? I got invited to her birthday party today.
When is it?
Well, her birthday's on Friday, but they're holding the party on Saturday.
They eat all those yucky health foods, don't they? I'll bet you'll be eating nothing but carrot sticks.
She's not even going, Chris.
Yes, I am. Who says I'm not?
Oh, where are you going to get the money to buy a present?
I've thought of that. I've still got the perfume you gave me for Christmas, Rich. I haven't opened it yet. Maybe I could give her that. That is, if you don't mind.
Oh, nah, suppose not. Probably smells awful anyway.
Hey, Ricardo, look at this. You ever thought of going on television?
Me? I can't act.
Well, you're always talking about extra money. You ought to try it. Pays well.
Yeah?
Gino Costanzo, my nephew, did an ad. Poor, got a fortune.
I can't act. But Trish was in a school play once. They said she was really good. But that wouldn't count.
Well, it's better than they say she was terrible. She's a pretty girl, so where's the harm in trying, eh?
Yeah, I suppose there isn't any. Nah, but she wouldn't go. You have to audition.
Not even if it meant a beautiful new dress? Not even then, huh?
For a fancy dress party, is it?
Oh, no, it's for my sister.
Oh, your sister.
She had a good dress, except she scorched it.
And won't it come off?
Nah, it's burnt right through.
Oh, dear.
I think it'd fit her, except I don't know if she'd like it.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
You don't think it's a bit old-fashioned, do you?
Oh, no, they're all the rage now, these old things. We get the top models in here.
How much is it?
promise not to tell anyone. I'll let you have it for 50 cents.
We've got this great idea. It was just luck that Silvio saw the ad in the newspaper, and maybe nothing will come of it. But he said, there's no harm in trying. And boy, do we need the money. Listen to this. Kids earn big money. Kids, earn big money in your spare time. We are looking for young talent for a television commercial. Right now, the need is urgent. You need to be 11 to 12 years old. This could be the start of something big. No experience necessary. Auditions this Thursday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. You could have the fresh face we are looking for. What are you laughing at?
Do you think you've got the fresh new face they're looking for?
Not me, silly. You're the one we're thinking of.
I'm sick of Monopoly.
Well, it's better than dumb old snakes and ladders.
I wish we still had the telly.
Oh, look, it's no use thinking about the television when we can't even pay the rent.
Who's going first?
Oh, I just don't understand it. You said you love being in the school play.
This is different.
Yeah, you might make some money out of it.
Then why don't you go for their stupid audition? I bet they pay peanuts anyway.
Oh, they do not. Silvio's nephew went for one once. He made a fortune.
Well, whoopee-doo.
Yeah, well, at least you can try.
Well, I'm not going in there. I've got nothing to wear, I wouldn't know what to say, and I'd feel like a real idiot. Now, we're going to play Monopoly, or aren't we?
My bike got a flat tyre, sir. Hi. What the hell's that doing on?
Don't turn it off, I'm freezing.
Look, what's the matter? He came home from school with an awful cold.
Yeah, well, what's wrong with blankets? You know what radiators cost to run? They just eat the electricity. Somebody's got to pay for it. We don't get it for nothing. It's not a gift from the government.
I didn't want him to get sick, that's all.
Yeah, well, neither do I, but radiators are out. We'll just have to get more clothes on, Chris. What's for tea? Can we manage till tomorrow night?
There's some bananas still and some cornflakes.
No, I'm not hungry anyway.
Rich, have you still got that piece from the newspaper?
Oh, yeah, it's in the room somewhere.
I suppose I'll go and see the people. They'd be mad to put me on television. I suppose I'll try.
I gave them all the details.
Why do they send us kids like that? They're not kids, they're miniature adults. What I want is a clean, wholesome 11-year-old who looks as though she could love her mother. Oh, look, I know it's old hat to love your mother, but there must exist kids who do, who at least could look as though they do. I mean, you know the sort of kid I mean, you know, the one that wears old jeans when everyone else has got the trendy ones on, the one who walks around with plaits when everybody else is wearing pigtails, who's never heard of John Travolta. I'm being ridiculous. Who doesn't even like John Travolta. That's what I'm looking for.
You've seen 143 kids already, Forbes. I'm doing my best.
I hate this.
That
It's
is the
boring.
look I want.
Wish I'd gone upstairs instead. Look, Paul now.
I'm sure they'll want you. 3 million people. There isn't one solitary kid who loves her mother more than John Travolta. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Start again? Cast Muhammad Ali?
No.
I think it's probably easier to cast Muhammad Ali.
No, that's it.
Do sit down, Sophie.
I mean, the red-headed kid you saw last week.
A boy. For a cake mix campaign. Don't you think they're scaring women's lib a little too far? Besides, the client doesn't happen to be stupid enough to buy that one. And while we're talking about women's lib, you said you'd handle it. So would you kindly handle it before we lose the whole account? Find somebody and ring me. I've had enough. I'm going home. Look at me, girl. Stand up. Who are you?
Her brother.
Well, sit down. Just walk over to there, will you? That's it, stop. Turn right. Suppose you want to be on television.
I don't know.
Oh, rubbish. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. Come here. It's just possible. Just possible I could make your dreams come true.
Now I could be those Sarahs.
Hmm? There you are, Cheryl. I told you. She does exist. Now stop crying. Let's get back to work. Sorry I yelled at you. Well, young lady, have you ever done a commercial before?
No.
Oh, she was in a school play once. She was really good.
Marvellous. Well, she doesn't have to act to be Miss Crabapple Cottage. She just has to look right, and I think she does. What do you think, Cheryl?
Whatever you say, Forbes.
It's not whatever I say. I am asking for your opinion.
She does have a sort of old-fashioned look.
Exactly. Just what we want from Miss Crabapple Cottage. Old-fashioned virtues and old-fashioned goodness. 6 days filming, $50. How does that sound?
$50?
A day, yes.
A day? That means $300 altogether.
Yes, well, 6 times 50 was 300 when I was at school 1,000 years ago. Is it a deal?
Oh, I'd reckon.
Good, terrific. Ben, it's all settled.
Not quite, Forbes. The parents.
Hmm? Oh, yes, the parents, yes. Well, they know you're here, of course. You have their permission.
Oh, yeah, that's no problem.
Good. We need everyone's permission, you know, parents, social services, school principal, etc. For some reason or other, they think we're going to try and exploit you. I wouldn't call $50 a day exploitation, would you? Good. Well, we start filming on Wednesday with any luck. I shall now leave you to Cheryl's tender mercy. She will take all the details. By the way, what's your name?
Patricia. Patricia Lewis.
Well, Patricia, you just made my day. And you?
Oh, Richard.
Ah, yes, Richard Lewis, thy brother. Yeah, we'll take good care of her. Make sure that she doesn't fall over crossing the street, break her front teeth or anything. Tell your mother to keep her away from dust and chocolate. We can't have a spotty Miss Crabapple Cottage, can we?
Forbes, wait. Don't you want to see her on tape or something? Some photos even?
I have just seen 143 kids and they were all totally useless. This one isn't. So have some faith in my judgment, will you please?
I do.
Good. Tell me something, Patricia. What do you think of John Travolta?
Well, I don't really like him that much.
See?
Got the job? Are we really going to be rich?
Oh, you can forget that right now. We're not going to be rich.
But I thought you said $300.
That's right. 12 weeks' rent.
Can't we spend just a little bit?
Listen, it'll be your money, Trish. I know that.
It won't be. That's not what I meant. It's just like your paper round money. It's for all of us.
Okay, all right. You two are always saying that I make the decisions around here, okay? Well, let's talk it over. Now, $300, that's 12 weeks' rent. We can either go on as we are, being very careful.
Like we have been, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like I have been. You know, no treats and nothing that we don't really need. And then we'll be able to get a bit ahead of ourselves and we'll be able to save something. And
yeah, but we've had some really good times together too, Rich.
Yeah, like McDonald's. Doing the project was sort of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, see, the problem is, seeing there'll be a lot of money lying around, it'll be easy to just blow the lot and have a ball, you know, for a week or two.
And then?
And then we'll have to go to the department.
Give ourselves up.
We would have had to do it this week. Well, if it wasn't for the commercial. Well, I've only been putting it off. But now we've got a choice. We can either go on, but it won't be any easier than it was before. And I want to know your views. Honestly, tell me.
The last few weeks, it would have been wasted if we had given up.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Are you sure, Chris?
Of course I'm sure.
Are you, Rich?
You bet.
It smells all right.
What flavour is it?
Carrot.
Carrot?
Wait till you taste it.
Come on.
Hot. Bring the plates, Chris.
Maybe the sesame one's better.
I'll take the rest of it to school with Susan Ellen. It's just like that stuff your mum makes.
I think it's you.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Tell you what, I bet you'll have to eat heaps of this in the commercial.
You looking for someone, are you?
Yes.
You don't belong round here, do you?
No.
Who do you want?
Actually, I'm looking for the Lewis family.
Oh, they're just there on the left.
Ah, thank you.
You won't find him in, Mr. Lewis. He's never home.
Oh, well, Mrs. Lewis will do.
Mrs. Lewis? She's got even less chance.
Why?
Well, I wouldn't know. She left home 5 years ago.
I see. Well, actually, the kids will do. I'm looking for Richard or Patricia.
Oh, well, you're not from the welfare, are you?
No, I don't. Ah, hello, Star.
Hi, Forbes. Mrs. Barker. It's still on, isn't it? You haven't changed your mind, have you?
Oh, yes, weather permitting, yes. Just a few minor details to sort out.
Oh, well, we better discuss that inside.
Mrs. Barker, I'm really quite upset.
This is Chris. Richard doesn't get home till later.
Pleased to meet you, Chris.
I liked the cake. It was really nice. But Trish and Richard didn't.
Shut up, Chris. It wasn't that bad.
Richard threw up.
Chris!
Good one, kid. This Mrs. Barker, the local gossip.
You can say that again. Oh, sorry. Sit down.
Huh?
I'm afraid we haven't got any coffee. Would you like a cup of tea or something?
No. Well, this Mrs. Barker told me she thought I was from the school. You've been wagging or something?
Of course not.
Richard would have a fit.
Well, why Richard?
Oh, well, see, Dad's on shift work and he's not here very much, so Richard's sort of responsible.
Because he's the oldest.
Anyway, I saw Miss Fabrizzi today. She gave me some work to do on location. She said it was a wonderful experience and I was really lucky.
Yes, well, I think our client's very lucky. Look, anyway, I'll pick you up from here about 8:30 in the morning, is that all right?
If it's no trouble. I mean, it's safe fares and everything.
Fares? You don't have to worry about fares. It's either me or a taxi, and since I live round the corner, well...
Okay. I'd feel a bit embarrassed in a taxi.
Yeah, Mrs. Barker, who seems to mind everybody's business but her own, said your mother doesn't live here.
No.
When did your dad get home from work?
Really late. Because of shifts and everything like that.
So you cooked the dinner?
Yeah. I'm a good cook.
Sure you are. Anyway, I want you fresh as a daisy in the morning, so... Why don't you take this, nip out and get some fish and chips?
No.
Yards of it. Go on, doesn't matter. It's all for art's sake. All goes inexpensive.
Okay, thanks.
You glad you went for the audition?
Now I am for tomorrow.
I wish it was me getting out of school.
I wish it was me going to school. I'd be scared to death. I'd probably think I'm hopeless.
Oh, rubbish. You'll do it on your ear.
Right, first we see you running through a cornfield, right? Long white dress, and we move off under an apple tree, perhaps churning butter, but that's Cheryl can find a churning kind, right? The viewer must get the feeling of purity, simplicity, and wholesome goodness. Get it?
Sort of.
Yeah, well, there's nothing artificial about it, you know. Nothing's injected with colour or coated with preservative or sprayed with DDT, huh? Anyway, that's all tomorrow. Today we do the last bit. You always do the last bit first in this business, okay? Over here we've got this ultra-modern kitchen with every gadget imaginable. But you can still get that wholesome goodness if you buy crab-apple cottage cake mix. It's a load of rubbish, isn't it?
Crab-apple cottage organic cake mix with stone ground whole milled flour, with raw sugar and pure butter and free-range eggs. Crab-apple cottage. Nothing added that wasn't made by Mother Nature. Nothing missing. Nothing
Hey, it's me girl.
by Mother Nature.
Eh? Up there on the edge, see that? She's a nice-looking kid. Yeah, of course she is. Patricia, that's the name. Trish, for short. I wonder what she's doing up there. Don't tell me. You didn't know about it then?
No, I'm not living with him anymore.
It's a pity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's high time I got in touch with those brats again. Yep. It's high time.
Was bread the only thing we needed?
Yeah, that's all.
Did anyone at school see the ad?
Yeah, nearly everybody.
What did they say?
Oh, you know.
Did they like it?
Yeah, Norella's as jealous as anything.
Miss Long said you looked really pretty, Trish.
Did she?
We better start watching her, Chris. She might start getting a bit big for her boots.
No, it won't. It was just all the makeup.
I bet we get a cable from Hollywood any day now.
Shut up, Rich.
Here, someone round here had a baby.
Oh, I think we'd have heard.
Oh, they must have cost a fortune.
How are they from, Trish? Read the card.
It's got to be some mistake. Client delighted. So am I. Thought you deserved something special. May have some good news for you in a day or two. Love, Forbes.
Come on, there's something on the back.
P.S. All the big girls I know like flowers. I hope those nuts over Big D too. They're just beautiful.
What did he mean about good news?
Oh, I don't know. Gorgeous.
I've come to find out about my kids. I sort of want to know where they are. I don't see what the problem is.
To be honest, I'm not sure myself, Mr. Lewis. Miss Hart was most apologetic, but it can be a delicate situation, as I know from experience. Children in a foster home, establishing new routines, new relationships. Well, sometimes we need a little time to prepare them for any emotional upset.
Upset? I'm their father. I'm not going to upset them.
Oh, they're strange little people. They all react differently. One can never tell.
If you're trying to keep me away from the kids...
I assure you, Mr. Lewis, it's simply a matter of waiting until tomorrow. You'll be able to see your children then.
Oh, I'll see them all right. I'll have to go to the cops. Or maybe I'll go to the newspapers. Now, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Now, that'd make a nice, juicy story, won't it? Father kept from his kids.
Well, well, I thought you must have fallen under a tram.
Well, I've been off the bush, haven't I? You got a room for a couple of nights, we'll let the flat go, see?
Yeah, we'll get a room. $6.
Okay. Give us a drink, will you? Scotch. I need one after what I've been through.
Things are not going so well, then.
The welfare? I left my kids with them, see, while I was up at Wodonga. Now they won't let me see them. That bunch of public servants won't let me see my own kids. Well, if I have to go through this again tomorrow, I'm going to rip that joint to pieces. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mum.
Oh, careful there.
Sorry.
Here, there was a lady round here today asking questions.
Oh?
About you lot. Oh, what she didn't want to know. Not that I told her much.
Who was she?
Well, said she was a friend, but she had welfare written all over, if you ask me. Busybodies, that's what they are. Hey, you're not in trouble over those commercials, are you?
No, we had permission.
Your dad's not in trouble?
No. He's at work.
Oh, probably nothing. Just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, bye.
Richard, I saw Mrs...
Hello, you're Patricia, aren't you?
Trish?
I'm Robin Hart. It's all over. We're finished. She's from the welfare. And that's about all there is to it. But I knew this would happen someday. Mrs. Barker, the teachers. I knew somebody would find out sometime. We all knew that.
Well, now I understand why you all resent me so much. But I've got to say this. You kids can all be really proud of yourselves.
That's not much comfort.
No, I suppose it's not. But honestly, Richard, it's not going to be as bad as you think.
Won't it?
What? What's going to happen to us?
We'll talk about that tomorrow, eh? After you've seen your dad.
We'll have to go to court, won't we?
Let's just wait and see.
What sort of court? We haven't done anything wrong.
Look, I wasn't going to talk about this till tomorrow, but... All right, now, I want you to all listen very carefully. It's very difficult for just one parent to look after 3 kids. And now there are some people who are real tough and they can cope with it all. But there are other sorts of people who aren't quite so lucky. And all of the worries gets them down until eventually they just can't go on anymore, you see?
You mean Dad's like that, don't you?
Well, I think he might be a bit, don't you, Trish? And the thing is that instead of helping people like this, we being society, well, tend to blame them and tend to say that perhaps they just didn't try hard enough.
Will he get into trouble?
No, he won't really get into trouble. What's going to happen is that we'll go off to the children's court and the magistrate there will decide if it'd be best if your dad came back to look after you, or maybe whether it'd be wiser if the government looked after you.
So we don't get a say?
Oh, no, the magistrate's going to listen to everybody's point of view. And then he'll decide what's best.
But what we want, to live by ourselves, that's not on.
No, mate, that's not on.
If it's not Dad, would I still be able to do the commercials?
Look, it's going to be all right. It'll all work out. You'll be surprised. But first things first, we've got to work out what to do with you lot tonight.
What do you mean?
Well, you can't stay here on your own.
We've been living by ourselves for 2 months.
Look, dumb as it seems, if I leave you guys here tonight, I'll probably get the axe from my job. So is there anyone, like a relative, a friend, anyone who could come?
It's unbelievable. Now we need a babysitter.
Honey, I know you don't need a babysitter, but you're going to have one.
Might be better if Dad comes back. At least we can ignore him. You sure you haven't called the police already?
I told you I haven't, and I don't tell lies, Richard.
That's probably Mrs. Barker. She's got to keep up with the times.
Stop it, Rich, please. I'll get it.
Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Look, I know it's not Christmas, but I have got some good news. And some soggy fish and chips. Oh, hey, what's the matter? Come on, let's go and see the others. Hello? Well, will somebody tell me why we're all so gloomy? Oh, thank you very much. That's pretty yummy. Yeah. You know, I'm quite glad Miss Hart talked me into babysitting you lot. Service isn't bad. Coffee's good. You know, Miss Hart said something else to me last night that really surprised me. She said, you kids haven't got any relatives and no one who could care for you.
We haven't.
You sure? I mean, everyone's got an Aunt Maud or a cousin Ermintrude somewhere. Oh, come on, if you really think really hard, I'm sure you'll think of someone.
But we haven't, honestly.
Mum used to speak of Grandma, but we never saw her.
Ah, why was that?
She was Dad's mum. They never got on.
Oh, that's a pity. Do you know where she lived?
Haven't got a clue.
You sure?
Why?
No, nothing. Oh. Well, it's just an idea that Miss Hart put into my head last night. Don't worry. Oh. Better drink up and get to school, eh?
I found her. I mean, I didn't really. It wasn't her. It was another Lewis. See, in Bengala? No relation, but they know her. She's not on the phone, but they know it's her. Mrs. Lewis with a son called Stan, and here's the address. And could I please have long stem carnations, red ones, dozens?
10 dozen.
Mwah. Here you go.
What's that?
Clothes, country.
Oh, thanks. Hey, Robert, are you there?
Yeah?
We've got a grandma. When's the hearing?
Tomorrow.
Great. Look, I've got a 3-hour drive and I've got to do a lot of fast talking at the end of it. Can you look after the kids tonight?
Yeah, sure. As long as my boss doesn't find out. She thinks I'm too involved already.
Oh.
And listen, Forbes, don't forget Grandma could be just like Stan. Or senile arthritic and loathe children.
I know it's insane. It's the wildest of wild goose chases, but I've got to try.
Trying to take me kids away from me. Oh. They're trying to take me kids away. And why would they want to do that, Max? Eh? Now, can you tell me? Can you tell me why? Why would they want to do that?
Mrs. Lewis?
Yes?
Mrs. Lewis with a son called Stan?
Mrs. Lewis? You can forget the rest of it.
Oh, no, we can't, Mrs. Lewis. You're needed. You're very much needed.
Hard to imagine Stan with kids. I knew he was married, and we had a card when he had Richard, but I haven't seen him since.
Strange how you lose touch, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. His father threw him off the property when he was young. No hope, good for nothing. He'd have been back on his hands and knees if he knew what happened later on.
Why, what did happen?
Oh, Dad sold off a lot of the property. Made quite a killing. Left me fairly well off.
I see.
Look, I know what you're thinking. Plenty of land, enough money in the bank, but it's not as simple as that. I mean, I don't know the kids. Wish I did. Poor little mites. They don't know me and I don't know them. And with the best will in the world, we might finish up hating each other.
Lewis, court number 2.
That's us. You ready? Let's have a look at you. Don't look so worried. It's all going to be all right. Come on.
G'day, kids. Miss Hart?
Morning, Mr. Lewis. That's us in court number 2.
The young are so defenseless, aren't they? I mean, the young of any species.
Oh, I don't know. Baby earthworms manage all right. All by themselves.
I suppose even a baby earthworm would benefit from a bit of love and affection. I mean, look, suppose somebody said, look out, here comes a spade. That'd give it better than even break, wouldn't it? Oh, all right, I know you're right. I do it by instinct. Pity kids don't.
You know something, Mr. Townsend? I was wrong about you being a poet. Should have been a minister. By now you'd have had the congregation weeping for the starving millions of India. Come on. Out you come. All right. You win. I'll go down to Melbourne.
That's a brief outline of the case, Your Worship. I'm sure the social worker from the department, Miss Hart, will be able to fill in the details.
Thank you. Miss Hart?
Thank you, Your Worship. Curiously, it was Mr. Lewis himself who brought this case to our attention. And while I don't think his neglect of the children was intentional, the arrangements that were made, such as they were, for their care, well, were hardly made by a caring and loving parent. And in the view of the department, they were irresponsible and totally inadequate. That's all. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Miss Hart. Mr. Lewis, perhaps you'd care to give us your version of the events?
Well, sir.
No, that's quite all right. You may remain seated.
I hardly know what to say. Where to start. I'm very fond of kids. I always have been. I tried to do the best thing for them. Things started to get on top of me. And then I lost my job, and that was the last straw. And somebody said, why not take them to the welfare? And I thought, well, I didn't want to, but I thought it'd be the best thing for them. And I thought it'd be the best thing to do.
These children are hardly infants, Mr. Lewis. Indeed, they've proven themselves to be mature beyond their years. Couldn't you have talked to them, discussed it with them, instead of just leaving a note?
Well, I couldn't bring myself to do that, and I thought a note was the least painful way of doing it.
And you obviously couldn't bring yourself to go to the department or to council either.
Well, sir, it's not easy admitting you failed. I was ashamed, you know.
It's a pity you put your pride before your duty, Mr. Lewis. This has been a most interesting case, I may say, an extremely unusual and illuminating case. Richard, Patricia, and Christopher may have acted unwisely in deciding to manage their own affairs. However, their ingenuity, their caring for one another, their good common sense has done a great deal to restore my faith in the coming generations. It's a pity that their father couldn't have displayed similar qualities. Incredibly, he then allowed some 2 months to elapse without making a single inquiry as to the welfare of his children, which in my view constitutes emotional and material neglect of a most serious kind. One can, of course, make some allowances for the difficult lot of the single parent.
Where can I find the Lewis case, please?
It is therefore with some regret that I direct that the children, Richard, Patricia, and Christopher Lewis, be placed in the care...
Oh,
and what is
look,
the
I
meaning of this?
apologize.
You are not allowed in here.
This
Would you
lady-
please remove yourself from my court?
These children's grandmother. I'd like to have a word about what's going on here.
Your Worship, if I could have a word with you.
Well, there appear to be unforeseen circumstances which the department will no doubt like to investigate. I therefore adjourn this hearing until Monday next.
What's he like?
I think she's terrific. Keep your fingers crossed.
What's he like?
How did you get here?
Mr. Townsend persuaded me. Obviously cared more about the children than you do. Well, aren't you going to introduce me to my grandchildren? Pack them in like sardines, don't they?
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, well, perhaps it's because I'm from the country, you know. Used to the cows and a few chooks and air.
I see.
Would you like to do an old lady a favour? Carry my bag? Thanks. Well, lead the way. Well, someone.
This way.
Hello, Richard. How did you go?
Hello.
Hi, Trish.
Oh, you're from the welfare, are you?
No.
What do you think?
Hmm?
What do you... About her. I think she's nice.
Yeah, I don't know about living in the country on a farm.
Might be good fun.
Oh, yeah, good fun in storybooks, but don't know about real life.
Be better than being stuck in a home.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I therefore direct that the children, Richard, Patricia, and Christopher Lewis, be placed in the care and control of their grandmother, Mrs. Marjorie Lewis, until further ordered. And might I add that I'm delighted to see a case resolved in such a thoroughly satisfactory manner.
Well, it was pretty much a cert, but it's kind of nice to have it official, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to Forbes.
Yes, it is.
What can I ask a favour, then?
Ask.
Don't go bush till I've finished Crabapple Cottage.
I won't move.
Thank you.
Do me a favour.
Sure, I'll take the kids home.
Go on, you guys.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Really mucked things up, haven't I?
Yes, you have. But it started a long time ago. You were young and you were strong and your dad was overworked and overtired and you didn't lift a finger to help him. You were silly though, you know. You'd have made a good farmer.
Sometimes think that myself.
Well, the kids are off your hands now.
I'm gonna miss them, you know.
A bit late for that, isn't it? What are you going to do now?
Well, I thought I might go up the Goulburn Valley. Do a bit of fruit picking.
Well, you put in a couple of decent months' hard work up there and save a few bob, and I might need some new fencing. I need a couple of new tank stands put in. Well, the kids need to see their dad around sometimes. Here, take this, Chris. This box, what's in it?
It's a television set.
Well, what's it doing there?
Just a little present. They tell me the reception's improved at Bengala. I decide.
Please, Gran.
If that commercial comes on and anybody laughs, it goes in the chook house. Understood?
Yes, Graham.
There we are.
Hello.
There we are.
Your Robin should get married, you know. Then you could have a baby and I could be the godmother.
What? I was waiting for you to grow up so I could marry you.
I thought of that, but you're too old for me. You're better off marrying Robin.
You will come and see us, won't you?
Oh, we will come. We would like to very much.
I'd like that too.
We couldn't have done it without you. There's no way. And I couldn't have done anything.
Mrs. Carter.
Who's that?
Gran says you might come up for a while.
Yeah, I might.
Give you a hand with the fencing if you like.
See ya, Brett.
Have you ever been alone when no one really cared about you? Does it happen every day that someone lets you down? No matter how many times I cried,